Yeah, the second staging of the Jamaica International Cycling Classic was officially launched earlier on Friday. The three-day event is set for Friday, the 31st of March, and it will run until the 2nd of April. That's a Sunday in Montego Bay, St. James. It has been touted to be even more exciting than the 2022 staging, and cyclists will no doubt be going all out to get a share of the $11,000 purse. Lennox Aldred talks a lot about Fortis, Purple and Kingston College. He switches to
some of
the
the
cycling
region's
beat
top
today.
cycling road racers will descend on Montego Bay, St. James from March 31 to April 2nd for the second staging of the Jamaica International Cycling Classic, which is put on by the Carlton Simmons-led Simmons High Velocity Cycling Club, with the attention garnered from last year's first staging courtesy of regional broadcaster SportsMax. A larger international field will grace the island to vie for top honors at this year's event.
What you can expect is a bigger number in terms of international participation. Last year we had 2 teams and some small fragments of individual riders. This year we'll be having 7 teams coming to the event. So in all, that's a big move and that's a big win for us in the second staging. And I think we'll only grow from here.
Simmons further pointed out that this year's event will see several new features, including a second loop of Duncan's on day 3, as well as a Masters race that will run alongside the Elite race, in addition to another King of the Mountain stage. Additionally, the under-18 and female race will be a longer event which will start and finish in Witter Village while extending to Falmouth. President of the Jamaica Cycling Federation, Wayne Palmer, says the event is pitting to be one of the regional qualifiers for the Olympic Games.
Given that this is the second edition, the Cycling Federation will be closely watching this edition. I expect that it will be as successful as it is last year. That being the case, we will be going forward to recommend to our governing body, the UCI, that this event be certified by the UCI, and so it will become a UCI event from henceforth and provide points for both our riders and international riders to qualify for the Olympics.
Last year's event saw competitors flying in from Canada, the Cayman Islands, Cuba, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad and Tobago, and the United States. And once again, SportsMax will be returning as the broadcast partner for the event, showcasing live coverage across their platforms on television, the SportsMax app, and on social media, which can be viewed locally and overseas.
It is our love for sports that makes us the undisputed home of champions and home of regional and international sports in the Caribbean. It is also this passion and enthusiasm which has pushed us to come on board for this very auspicious event once again. Our commitment to providing our viewers with the best avenues to enjoy their favorite sporting content has birthed some ingenious activations. These are engagements that encompass the beauty of what cycling is.
The participants for this year's event will be vying for over US $11,000 in prize money, and the defending champion Team 706P out of the United States is anticipating another title challenge in 2023.
But having Andy, who has already won 2 races this year, Chad's won 2. I think we're competitive with anybody that shows up. Don't know how the race will play out. That's the beautiful thing about cycling. There are events that are beyond your control. Flat tires, crashes, strategies that don't go the way you think they will. But I expect we'll be competitive, yeah.
Yeah, so next weekend at this time will be the start of the second edition of the Jamaica International Cycling Classic. Very scenic route there, Mariah and Ricardo. I did a lot of riding of bicycles as a teenager, but not competitively.
Yeah, me too. I used to, growing up with my siblings.
Okay, so you can actually balance on the bike?
I can ride a bicycle very good.
Okay.
Actually, I used to wake up very, very early when Karishma and I, we're just 2 years apart, right? We had one bicycle at that point in time. I used to wake up early because whoever wake up early could get a bicycle for the rest of the day.
For the rest of the day?
So we had like when you're kids, you have your own rules. So I used to wake up early to get the bicycle to go riding on the road. And every day used to be my turn to ride the bicycle because I'm getting up to call dibs on it. So yeah, I can understand the excitement. And yes, Lance, It's a very scenic route, and not just the route. Look at the prize money.
Yeah.
Anybody would want to walk away with $3,000 US. So I think it's a great event, and I'm just happy that we are a part of it.
And the defending champion will be back, Ricardo, to stake his claim.
Yeah, we spoke to him some weeks ago, and clearly he is looking forward to it. Said that the Jamaica International Cycling Classic, one of his favorite events, and that the Jamaican cyclists, some of his favorites. I wonder if that had anything to do with the fact that he beat them handily a year ago, Andy Scarano. And yes, if I beat you all the time, you would be among my favorite to compete against as well. But yeah, it's set to be another wonderful edition of this event, Lance and Mariah. And it's great to see that it's back for a second year, because so often we can see events come on the calendar and the organizers are unable to sustain it. And it's great to see that after last year's staging, they've been able to return with it this year as well. And I'm sure it's going to be a wonderful 3 days in Montego Bay, and the individuals who get the opportunity to cover it are quite fortunate, I think.
Yeah, and the fact is, one of the chief organizers, Carlton Simmons, happy to see him being such a strong part of trying to resuscitate cycling in Jamaica, because he was a competitor himself at a time, by my recollection, that cycling was a lot more popular than it is now. So I think it's his passion for the sport that has driven him to be a part of this organizing committee. And we must say that last year's edition was a pretty good one, and in its embryonic stages still. But we think that based on what we saw last year with the International Cycling Classic, that this event has a bright future, and we wish Carlton Simmons and the rest of the organizing team there for the event all the best for next weekend and beyond. We still have a lot more to come on the SportsMax Zone. We'll be back after this.
Stay with SportsMax on YouTube and follow us on all social pages for updates, news and entertainment.